race fans, are you ready? You wanted the best, you've got them four abreast. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of the Race Ready Media Podcast. I'm your host, Hunter. With me is Dev. Say what's up, buddy.
How's it going?
And Weston, of course. Say what's up.
Well, hello.
And then this week, we had a lot of, well, not a whole lot of racing. It's not as much as a couple weeks ago, but we had some racing over the weekend. We're gonna get to talking to, but first off, boys, tell me how your weekend went. Dev, how'd your weekend go, bud? Not
too bad. Stepbrother's birthday was Saturday, so on Sunday, hit him up. I said, if you're off work, let's go golf. So went and played some golf. We were only able to get 9 holes in because we went for like the sunset hour. We got to be in before it gets too dark, so wasn't all that bad of a weekend. I hit a freaking piss missile though on hole 9. Hunter, it's just straight like 500-yard hole, 300 yards.
Nice.
Straight down the fairway. It was obviously like I can't hit that hard, but that's how windy it was.
That's
carried
sick.
The ball 300 yards.
That's sick.
So I still double bogeyed though, but
of course you did. Yeah, because you had to. Yeah, you hit piss missile driver, and then you shanked it, 3-putted. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how it goes. I get it. That's how golf goes. So is that all you did over the weekend? Just hung out, went golfing a little bit?
Yeah,
Let's hear about this accomplishment.
Oh yes, let's hear about your accomplishment. Completely forgot about that.
Break it out.
Break it out, baby.
Bringing home some hardware.
First hardware of the podcast. Devi over here, delivery driver of the month for Amazon. Very nice, very very nice.
It's funny, I was kind of talking some shit on Amazon and work, but I mean, nothing too serious. Like it's just a job. Like everyone's gonna have their ups and downs with. But I go into work the next day and they're like, "I'm looking for route number," and I'm like, that's me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like thinking I'm in trouble or some shit. And lady's like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, what's your name? So I'm like, Devin. She's like, congratulations, you're driver of the month. And I'm like, what in the world?
What the hell?
And she hands me this backpack and it says like driver of the month on it. And in the bag is a plaque. And I got like a Echo Dot, which is basically an Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was like, what in the world?
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Dude.
All the drivers in Tulsa, I won driver of the month.
That's fantastic.
Dude, so he should wear that backpack into work, like how like someone would wear like their like track championship jacket into the shootout or something.
I do, because like I pack being a driver, like I have like a beanie in there in case it gets cold. Like I have some gloves, hand warmers. I got a portable like cell phone charge. Like I just pack a bunch of random stuff in the backpack. So yeah, like I actually use the backpack at work.
That's awesome. That is so good.
God.
I guess it's the equivalent of wearing your Hoosier track champion jacket to the race
to the shootout or something, right?
Yeah.
Of course. That's how it goes.
I'm saying all that as I look to my left, and my 1 for 44 is right over there.
Oh, of
That's
course.
okay.
That's okay though.
I'll wear that on the pod one day just to assert dominance.
Of course.
You have to.
Weston, what'd you do this weekend, buddy?
Me and Troy Boy worked. We were setting some posts. We ran cattle. And then I watched Sunday. It was too windy to weld outside, so we didn't really do a whole lot on Sunday. So Sunday I stayed in and watched the 500, and that was I guess it was okay. I mean, it's Daytona. I mean, it's just a wreck fest. But other than that, I didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I talked to you guys a lot, but other than that, it was nothing spectacular. So, what about you, Hunter? What did you do this weekend?
I wasn't prepared for
my
this.
my life isn't as exciting as you guys is.
Yeah, well, mine wasn't that exciting at all. I mean, one of our buddies, Cam, his birthday was Thursday, so we celebrated a little bit on Saturday, but that was about it. We didn't really do much. Went bowling. That was about it. But yeah, I mean, Sunday I think I played a lot of Warzone. That was about it, and watched a little bit of the Daytona 500. But I can't really say I did a whole lot. I mean,
Not
Well,
gonna shout your brother out. I mean,
hey,
come
I
on.
was getting to that. Calm down. I was getting to that. Yeah, I gotta shout out my brother today in his game. Yeah, he plays for the Oklahoma City IceHawks in the NA3HL. He picked up his first career, his first junior hat trick. That was pretty cool, and had an assist on top of it. So 4.9 for the kid. It was pretty cool watching
I'm
that.
big.
Not a big deal or anything, of course, not a big
Not a big
deal.
deal.
But yeah, it was pretty cool watching that. I'm happy for him. He's been struggling a lot lately, so that was pretty cool. It was, but also I gotta shout out the jersey, if you could see it. Yeah, Helsinki Jokerit.
Okay, so we're shouting out the drip. Throttle down threads.
There you go.
Coors
Throttle
Light
down
Gambler
threads.
shirt.
Yeah, man. If you got anything to shout out, be my guest.
Shout
Shout
out
out
Wes.
Weston
God.
Miller.
What is
But
that shop rag you're wearing?
It's laundry day.
Yeah, it's
laundry room, baby.
Laundry day, laundry room, washed up.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, no.
All right. So
not-
speaking of
be my guest. Go
speaking
right
of
ahead.
Daytona boys. Well, okay. So speaking of Daytona boys, so did y'all watch what did you guys watch from Daytona? Did you watch the whole weekend, or what did you guys watch?
Watched
just
a little bit
watched-
of Xfinity and then a little bit of the actual 500. That was about it.
Okay, so the truck race wasn't too exciting. It wasn't anything to write home about. The Xfinity race was bonkers. So are we going to talk about the car flying into the fence?
Yeah,
Right?
we need to talk
Michael
about
Jordan's
that.
bus.
So, yeah.
has anyone seen a car basically do a backflip into the fence like that? NASCAR wise, I mean, we've seen it with sprint cars.
So, yeah, I was wondering the same thing when I saw it happen in the Xfinity race, and then it happened again on Sunday. Because NASCAR, they freaked out. They're like, hey, we're going too fast now in days, and we need to up our safety. So they came out with the car tomorrow back in 08, 09-ish. Or was it 07? Where they had the goofy rear spoiler to keep the cars on the ground when they spin out and stuff like that. And that eliminated not all of cars from getting upside down, but they still happen occasionally, but for the most part it stopped it. And now it seems like we're kind of going backwards, where now cars will spin out a little bit and they just catch air and start getting airborne. So it's a little weird to see that, we've kind of gone backwards in the sense of safety and in the NASCAR side.
Well, it seems like every time it happens, it's the car gets spun and then there's a direct hit and then the air gets caught underneath it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know. I know. Because that's what happened with Newman's wreck. Because he hit left front first, then back, it was pow. Then
Yeah.
he got the spinning and then it got up. And then he got hit by the other car and we all saw that. But
Right.
no, it is weird how they're getting upside down a lot easier now. I don't know if there's something that we can do about it or whatever. I mean, I guess maybe restricting down even more, but I mean, it's weird. And I'm not an engineer or anything, but yeah.
Well,
I mean, there's you can only do so much though. I think we're still going to have a car occasionally flip, but what you said, Weston, it's happening. It seems to be more often than what it used to back in those early 2000s and stuff like that. So,
did you notice that the bottom of the cup cars are flat
they're
now?
they're just it's a solid.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
I didn't either until I saw, man, I don't know who it was, but they tweeted, they're this reminds me of looking at my 164th die cast NASCARs on
That's
the bottom.
awesome.
So yeah, no, I don't know if it's just to kind of help, if it's a new design where it's going to help with airflow underneath the car, but you would think putting just a flat sheet of whether it's carbon or whatever that is under the car is going to create more lift once it gets sideways. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I just remember I know that everyone was in an uproar after the whole Austin Dillon thing whenever he damn near went through the fit. That's who it was, right?
No, it was Larson in his first cup start.
Larson
No,
Larson went
Someone.
Larson went to the fence in Xfinity, and then 2 years later, Dillon went to the fence because he flipped over the pack.
Yeah,
talking about.
Oh,
yeah, in the
that's
Bass Pro
right.
car.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's the one I was thinking of. I didn't know Larson went like flipped it.
Yeah, it was like
Larson's like first Xfinity start. He went
Yeah.
into the fence in Daytona. It was the Clorox car.
I did not.
My favorite drink.
I don't remember that. But yeah, we had Austin Dillon's deal, and then the Newman deal, and then now we had who was it that flipped in the Xfinity?
Harrison Burton.
There it is. And then I think was it? Oh God,
Myatt Snyder is what the guy's name was.
No.
Drives a tax layer car.
no, who was it that flipped in the Cup Series? McDowell.
Cup Series was Harrison.
Was it?
Mm.
Was it not McDowell
No, it was Harrison Burton.
in the 21?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
McDowell drives the 34.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Well, I haven't watched NASCAR in years, and I mean, I'm hoping to get back into it, but I mean, it's kind of
It's
hard.
so hard.
I mean,
it's really hard.
It wasn't bad this weekend, other than Keselowski trying to kill everyone.
Well, yeah, that's another topic. on its
Keselowski
own.
was running over everyone, but I think the funniest thing is that like he spent like 12 years at Penske, and the first time he's not in that car, it goes and wins the Daytona 500. Tough scene.
Well, I mean, at that point, it's like 4 bolts fixes the problem.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, but it's also Daytona. It's also Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, we saw who finished second. So
Oh, come on,
Who finished second?
Bubba.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, his
Like, that's the thing about a restrictor plate race. Like,
His-
literally anybody can win. You just, I mean, you gotta just. It's an endurance deal. Like, you just gotta wait out the wrecks and be there at the end. I
well,
mean,
we're talking about second. Look who won. I mean, like, not
rookie.
Cindric's,
I know.
Cindric's actually very, very
No,
good.
Austin Cindric is not bad. I'm just saying, like, you just don't see like rookies coming in and doing stuff like that. That's why like Daytona is so like hit or miss with everybody.
Yeah,
That's true.
No, yeah, I totally.
I think with California this weekend, you'll see like where like they're like the
Your-
actual drivers. are
Your
gonna,
top
like,
guys
show
are
up.
again.
Your top guys are going to show up, and they don't have a lot of downforce this year. I think it's a 4-inch spoiler with 670 horsepower, if I remember right. But so I mean they shouldn't all just be in a train or anything. They should be moving around,
yeah.
up and around, sliding. So we'll see. I'll take Larson for the dub.
You'd be dumb not to.
Give me Kyle Busch.
Ooh.
Go interstate, baby.
Oh god.
He pays my paychecks, bruh. I gotta support the man. I don't know when he's in the interstate car next, but yeah, him.
I think he's in the interstate car this week.
Is he? Okay,
I think
well
so.
that makes even better. That even makes more sense. So that's good. What about you?
Perfect.
What about you, Dev? Who do you got? That's W.
Man, I don't know. It's
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
Jeff Gordon.
Take Dale Jr., old Junebug.
Oh, Junebug. All right.
No, I think realistically, I don't know. I mean, I really don't follow Cup that much, so I couldn't even really tell you who the top 5.
Let's
Like-
just say Larson. Let's move on.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
mean, no, yeah, like you'd be dumb not to take him.
Yeah.
He's one of the hottest drivers in anything he gets in. It seems like anymore.
Well, like, and even whenever they were running that bullshit package that they were, where it was like they had like the big spoiler and they didn't have any horsepower, Larson was still fast.
Yeah,
So you give him a little horsepower and you get it to where he has to muscle the car. I think it's gonna just.
and
I think it's just gonna be even better for him.
I think, well, especially with his background being in the sprint cars, where you kind of have to muscle. You got to have to know where to put the car in certain situations. I think that's going to help him out in the long run in NASCAR anymore. Especially
Another person you think of that this is gonna help is gonna be Tyler Reddick, because he doesn't care.
No, but
And they have those composite bodies on them. So Reddick and Larson are going to be hitting the wall with no remorse. They don't care.
well, that's what I was kind of like. Reddick, he did come from the dirt scene, but he didn't stick around as long as Larson did in the dirt stuff. Like he ran a few USAC stuff a little bit for 1 year, and then it was like after that he was pavement, and which I mean it paid off. Like look where he's at now. But
Right.
Hey,
I
Dev,
definitely.
what do you know about Tyler Reddick?
Do we want
Yeah.
What do you know about Tyler Reddick?
What do you know about Tyler Reddick, Devin?
Well, when I was like 10 years old, he was really good. He showed up to English Creek for the Outlaw Cart Nationals, which was held at English Creek during the Knoxville Nationals. And he laid his you know what on my forehead.
And called it a night.
Oh yeah. I mean, the kid is like, I you never know like who was gonna I mean, I didn't know anybody really
But
because
yeah.
I was 10 years old.
But
I
yeah.
didn't know who was gonna show up or anything like that. And next thing you know, like there's like 40 cars or something like that in my class, and I think I ended up like ninth or 10th
That ain't bad.
in the beginner box stock portion of the feature on the last night. So
That ain't
I
bad.
I don't know how many laps down I was, but I remember that watching Reddick pass me at least twice, and he started in front of me. So that's never a good. It's never a good deal.
Hey, you'll have that. That's okay. The what was it? The Cart National, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
isn't that what we watched this year? With
yep,
the
down at
Trevi?
English Creek.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah, where we watched Teddy
Teddy
Bivert
Bivert. Teddy Bivert.
from somewhere in Idaho.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that dude is an absolute G. We'll put it that way. Dude raced
yeah.
with no gloves and just dude had a bent up wing, and it just
Oh
only
my
gave him more. It kept that thing winged over the entire time. It
God.
was
It was
crazy. It was at
dude
we were
put on
3 in the
shit.
morning, and we were dead tired because we drove all the way that night. That was crazy. That was such a fun night though.
Yeah, and you like don't get any service out there, so you can't like
No.
update anybody like,
Hey, I'm
hey,
alive.
still alive. But
Dude,
yeah,
you remember when I fell asleep in the grandstands?
I don't blame you, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's the crappy thing about that. Like that track used to be pretty well ran, and now it's just like it's kind of fell off, and they have like no like
Yeah.
they don't really seem like they care about what's going on anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty cool though. You see a lot of the NASCAR kids out there, because you had Brexton Bush, Kyle was there, and then you had like Reitzel's kid was there too, and then
Hold on.
I didn't mean to do that.
so where were we
Okay.
at? Sorry about the.
Dad, why did we cut?
So my girlfriend is cooking some frozen pizzas, and we got some new like pans, and that's what she's using. And she opened the door, and it just smoke rolled out and set the smoke detector off.
Yeah,
So
we could hear
I had to
that.
go. I had to go check on her and make sure.
She would burning the apartment down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Jenny.
Love Jenny. But,
So
Okay,
But
so we were talking
anyways,
about English,
yeah, talking about English
Creek.
Creek. Yeah, I was just saying, like, it was cool seeing, like, Brexton and Kyle there, and then Reitzel's kid was there, and I think there not another, like, I think
the Quapple.
oh yeah, Guapo was there too. That was pretty cool. Get
I
to
don't,
see him.
is he like the son of?
Travis.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know if he was like the son or like a nephew or something like
no,
that.
that's
But
his
yeah.
son. Yeah,
Son.
both the Guapos were there, I believe, right? Or
Um,
at least one of them. I'm not sure.
I'm for sure, but yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just pretty cool seeing like all these kids, like, and their dads. It was pretty cool, and I really liked how like Kyle wasn't being bothered by like a bunch of like fans. How everyone just kind of let him
Well,
do his own thing. I mean, he was, but he wasn't.
yeah, he was getting bothered, but he wasn't like you'd have those weird fans that would stand like 20 feet behind him, like with their
Yeah,
phone in their hands, like take it, like dude, come on, like
but like as far as that goes, I mean, everyone else was either talking to him about like racing, like about his kid,
yeah, and
or
that
it was
that's
just
what's
fine.
cool. That's what's cool about when you get people like Kyle, in a small town of Knoxville like that, especially when there's just a bunch of kids around. Like it's cool just to see him out and about. I mean, he really is just another human being. Like,
Oh yeah,
and it's cool that like I feel like race fans can just like flip a switch and be like, hey, like he's busy.
yeah.
Like, he's with his kid, like let's not pester him tonight, and stuff like that. So it's always really cool just to.
There's some people that have that switch, and there's some people that don't.
There is,
Exactly.
dude, and
The people that don't are the absolute worst.
so
Yes.
I don't remember what year it was at Knoxville. I saw me and a couple of my buddies, we were walking down the midway, leaving after the races, and we saw this guy like walking down the stairs, down like from the suites. He didn't take the elevator, which was kind of weird, but he's all the way down to turn 1. So you have to walk damn near to turn 3 for the elevator. So he's just going down the stairs, and we just so happened to walk by the gate, and we saw that it was padlocked. So we holler up, like, hey man, like the gate's locked, like you might want to go up and then go down like to the next stairwell and go down. And then my buddy was Tanner Kreisel. He was like, holy shit, that's Tony Stewart. And I'm like, holy shit, that is Tony. So I'm like, dude, like he gets down to the gate, and we're like, dude, like we try to tell you like 7 flights of stairs ago, like this is locked. And he's like freaking out, like come on, like. And I'm like, oh my, I'm like, hey, like we got to go get somebody, before like a fan sees him, because he's just gonna get mobbed.
Yeah, he's probably trying to stay out of the way.
And so all of a sudden it was so weird, because like we're literally trying to just help him, because he obviously didn't want to be bothered tonight, and next thing you know, you just hear somebody yell, holy shit, that's Tony Stewart. And like 20 people just swarm the staircase. And I'm like, dude, like he just wants to get out of here.
Yeah, he's just trying to get out of here.
And finally, like somebody that worked at the track unlocked the gate and opened it for him, and he was able to get out of there. But I mean, at that point, it's too late. There's like 20 to 40 people swarming around, like, hey, can I get an autograph? Can I get a picture? I'm like,
God, just leave the man alone.
Yeah, like it's just, I don't know, like it's just one of those deals where you're gonna have those people. So
well, and I thought it was really cool. So like obviously this year Kyle raced the shootout. I thought it was pretty cool. At least when I was around, like around him, like if I was in staging or something with him, I didn't have people like, I didn't see people running up to him and shit like that. I saw like if anyone was talking to him, it was like another driver, like what are you gonna do here? Like, oh, I'm starting behind you. Like, do you take off? Kind of just still feeling him out a little bit, because he hadn't raced dirt.
Yeah,
he didn't race dirt, so it was almost like him feeling him out. It was never anything like fanish, like fanboy type stuff. It was always like all about racing, real serious. And if he was with his kid, I rarely ever saw people around him, because he's just trying to enjoy this time with his kid. And I thought that was really, really cool.
I think the coolest picture to come out of the shootout with him and his son was him and his son like holding hands walking through like staging.
And
that was
not a person in sight,
not
like
a person around them.
It was
just
that is
father
so
and
cool.
son. So
yeah, that is really cool. But yeah, no, it is definitely cool to see like see these drivers like with their sons, not being bothered, stuff like that. But either way, yeah, kind of led into a different kind of topic, after talking about NASCAR. But hey, we're just flowing now.
We went from cars flipping in the fence to a pizza almost catching the apartment on fire to wholesome moments.
Wholesome moments with their children. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're flowing right now, so it feels pretty good.
Did you guys hear about like the wheel controversy that happened with Penske and was it
RFK?
Yeah,
I heard that it wasn't anything major. They were just trying something new, and NASCAR said no, and they just had to like turn their wheels over, and they said just don't do that. But I think there's going to be some sort of penalty that comes down Tuesday, but it's not supposed to be anything huge.
So did you hear what like Penske was like saying that they were doing?
I didn't, but I mean, I do know. I saw a tweet from Pockers that said it wasn't anything like illegal that they were doing, but it's just something.
So, like with them being like forged aluminum, like if there's any sort of like burr on the wheel, like you can slice your finger like clean. Mm-hmm. And what I heard is that they were just cleaning out like the ports, making sure like there's nothing jagged or anything like that. And NASCAR said like, hey, like give us those wheels, like we need to look at them. So hopefully NASCAR sees that, hey, they're not really doing anything wrong. They're just trying to make it so their crew guys don't get injured on these. Yeah. So hopefully they just kind of slap them on the wrist a little bit and just say, hey, like don't do it, and just let them go. But
I think one of the best parts of the weekend was also just like watching the one lug controversy.
Yeah. So there were how much like issues was there?
The
Didn't-
12 car had an issue.
Blaney had
an issue on the right rear, but I think it was just because like it wasn't coming off. Like the lug nut wasn't coming off,
so he got a Mercedes set up.
basically. So and then the money team car, the wheel just completely fell off.
Well, did you see the one wheel where it like the whole aluminum just like
Yeah, that was
separated?
Reddick's.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, like Trevor lost the wheel, and they like show the tire, and it's like it's just the tires going.
It's just the tire just
going through turn 1 and 2.
Oh God!
How does that happen?
Because NASCAR.
Fair enough.
Because it's just aluminum. I mean, if there's gonna be weak points in it,
Yeah.
like aluminum's super soft, so
Yeah.
it's bound to break.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure. So I had like a little trivia question, and I'm sure Weston knows the answer. But
well, ask it to me because I sure probably don't.
so I only came up with it because of the winner was 23 years old. Do we know who the youngest Daytona 500 winner is?
Trevor Bayne.
20 years, 1 day, 0 months.
That's really young, 20 days. Yeah, he was.
What
Was
a
it? Was it
drive.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did know that. Yeah, that was a couple.
Yeah,
That was a couple years back.
Okay,
Yeah,
another question.
I'm surprised.
Who was
I
the
knew.
youngest? Who was the youngest winner before that?
Not a clue. I only knew Trevor Bayne because it was a really big deal back at the time.
Yeah, because he was in a shit box.
Yeah, he's in that 21 car that.
He was in the Wood Brothers car.
It wasn't very competitive back then. It's basically just a Penske car now, so it's competitive, obviously, with Harrison Burton.
Well, yeah, I was about to say he was that car though.
Yeah. Okay, but it was Jeff Gordon.
Really?
Was it really?
How old was he?
23.
And wait,
Damn,
and Trevor Bayne was 20?
Yep,
Yeah.
20 years old and a day, right?
The
He
day,
won
because his
the day
birthday
after.
was the day before.
That's crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, I actually can't believe I knew that. That's funny.
How would you feel you go out win the biggest NASCAR race of your career and you can't even properly celebrate because you're 20?
Oh, you can properly celebrate just illegally.
You break the law. That's what you do.
Okay.
There's no law. There's no laws around those parts.
There's
after
no
you
law
won.
whenever you win the Daytona 500.
Exactly.
You think they just took like a small yacht out into like international
waters and
Just go to Cuba real quick.
yeah, there you go.
So
That's cool though. I mean, Daytona's crazy when you get rookies winning and stuff like that. I mean, just like we were talking about earlier with Cindric winning. I mean, like you got guys like Trevor Bayne that won it, and stuff like
he was also a rookie when he won.
Yeah, it's just it's weird. Like Daytona's so hit or miss for like good drivers. Like you never can really pick who's gonna win that race. It's just not possible.
That's why I was saying last week when you guys were trying to ask me, who's gonna win. I'm like, you really can't pick a winner at Daytona. And that or Talladega. Like,
yeah.
I picked Jacques Villeneuve, and that was a bust.
That was a bust.
How did he finish?
He finished 22nd. It's not bad.
It's not terrible.
Who was dead last though?
That would be
Rex first?
Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain.
Watermelon guy.
Poor watermelon guy.
What?
Okay, so speaking of young winners, Emerson Axum.
Oh man, yeah, we need to talk about that 2 or 3 this weekend. That kid looked lights out when he was in, and I personally haven't seen him behind the wheel of a non-wing sprint car a whole lot, if at all, really.
That was his 8th start.
Yeah, so it hasn't been
Ooh,
very
yeah.
many, and he went 2 or 3 to start the season.
Ironically, that was Cindric's 8th start too, in his first Cup win.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
What a deal.
And that was Emerson's 8th start in a USAC show, and that was his first USAC win.
That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty like ironic.
We're
That's
dropping
really cool.
knowledge on him.
Yeah, dropping knowledge this week. But yeah, he I know I watched a lot of the Friday portion, and came off the pole, and it didn't look like there was a whole lot of passing. So I mean,
I rubbered up.
yeah,
So
and then
I heard there was the USAC guys weren't happy. And then did you hear what happened like the second night where
no.
so they asked asked drivers to go wheel pack either before or after hot lap. Like it started raining, so they wheel packed. And then I think it was like before qualifying or something like that, it started raining again. So they went out, they said, hey, like all cars to wheel pack again.
Mm.
That Briggs Danner guy kind of was like, screw it, dude. Like, I'm not going wheel pack again. Cause like they were out there for a long time wheel packing. And so USAC said, you're done for the night. And he's like, all right, screw it, like load it up. But apparently he was saying like, well, I was working on my generator for either my trailer or my motorhome, and I didn't hear the call to wheel pack. And USAC was kind of like, dude, that's a load of shit. Like, just stop.
Just stop.
And then Karma kind of came up and bit him in the ass on night number 3 because he missed the transfer to the feature by one spot. Not even really one spot. It was like half a car, it seemed like.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was
That happens, man.
tough. We'll have that in big time auto racing.
You will have that in big
So-
time racing.
So Emerson goes 2 for 3, and then the 2022 USAC champion won Saturday night. JG.
Oh
Justin Grant.
JG. Oh JG. And
Wait, he didn't win points.
I'm saying he is going to be your 2022 USAC champion.
So I was gonna ask you, like, who do we think is gonna win? Because
JG.
Emerson looks strong, but
JG.
young driver, new team,
Long season.
bound to tear some stuff up along the season. So another thing that was brought to my attention by Riley is Brady won the points list last year, correct?
Mhm.
Mhm.
He missed the top 10 2 nights out of the whole year. Coming out of Bubba, he's already missed the top 10 twice. So he's got to be perfect from here on out. So like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like do you think he can pull it off, or do you think like you kind of just shot yourself in the foot by burning out?
Talk to me after sprint week.
yeah.
That seems to be the turning point after
Yeah.
sprint week.
Yeah.
So
Sprint week's a pretty big week for USAC, like for points anyway. It seems to shake things up pretty quick when it comes down to sprint week.
but then they go out west and you're still not even guaranteed to win because 2019 or 2018 Wyndham proved like he was third in points and he ended up the champion after Oval Nationals.
Oh, that's right.
So
Was that the year he was battling Leary?
I think so.
no, it was
Was it?
Grant and the McGee
Grant
car.
was in the 11 car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
that was
yeah.
a year that was a year
Everyone's
that
favorite car.
Yeah, because that was the nicest shit money could buy, and everyone was like, "This is the chance. Like, this is gonna win points." And ironically, KT missed like a month of USAC racing because that was when he was dabbling in the wing stuff with the Buffalo Wild Wings car, and then he got booted, and he's like, "All right, I'll just go back USAC racing," and he still almost won the points.
Because that was the year he just ran his own 9K car, isn't it?
I believe so.
Right.
And yeah, it was. And then
Mhm.
that was
2018.
yeah, and then that was the year of Sunshine and Tops Motorsports.
Mhm.
Because he was also a contender at the end.
Yep.
That was a huge year, like
Mhm.
points wise.
I'm just nodding my head because I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the biggest fan of non-wing racing, so these guys can talk all day about it, but I
don't know how,
can't.
dude. Like it performs the best race. Like you can look
I'm not-
at you can look at a sign-in sheet for USAC show, and you can literally circle 12 names on that sheet and be like, this guy's got a shot at winning. You look at an outlaw sign-in sheet and like, okay, so it's gonna be Donnie, Gravel, or Sweet. That's
Shoehart.
like
Put some
Lit-
respect on Jason's sides.
No.
I'm just saying, like logistically here
Yeah.
speaking.
No, I get it.
Like
just
wing card, you have like 3, maybe 5 guys that can win. You go to a USAC show and there's 12 to 15 guys that can win.
Listen, Devi, I get it. I get that it's competitive. It puts on a great race every night. For whatever reason, and I get this from my dad, just don't like non-wing racing. My dad doesn't like non-wing racing either, so that's why it was never on when I was younger. So I'm
Seeing
just,
like
I'm just
there's
saying.
there's people that are like, well, I don't like it because it's slow.
No,
Who cares?
no. When I watching it, like when they were at Volusia, that was so fun to watch. Like I'm definitely gonna be watching more, but it's just not my go-to. Is my thing. It's not. I'd much rather watch a wing race, and and hopefully you guys can respect that. And
no, I mean, I'm just a fan of racing. I
No,
prefer
100%.
non-wing, but I mean, like kind of like where you were watching wing stuff only. As a kid, I was going from Knoxville to Indy almost every week in the summer as a kid, watching USAC and stuff like
well,
that.
you got to remember, I didn't grow up with a whole lot of racing.
That is true.
I mean, my dad. So my dad, he ran sprint cars for 2 years. He ran ASCS for 2 years, and so obviously that's where I kind of got another love for winged racing because my dad ran wing sprint cars, which was pretty cool. Got a couple wins. That was pretty cool. But after that is when he put his racing aside to focus on me and my brother playing hockey. So it was more hockey 24/7 than anything. So I can't even really say like, oh, it wasn't on growing up because there wasn't a whole lot of racing on growing up at all. I mean, I think I could count on one hand like the amount of times I saw a race before I got back into it and going to port again and stuff, honestly, because I remember one year watching Knoxville on like Speed TV or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
I think one year.
Well, it depends on how far back it was on.
Tyler Walker was in the 24 car.
Yeah, it would have been
2009.
Tyler Walker.
You guys want to hear a funny Tyler Walker story?
Hold on. Let me
Yes.
get back. Let me tell you this. The only reason I remember this race was because someone was leading, and whoever I was with.
Was it the Nationals?
It was the Nationals.
Jason Myers.
Yes.
Jason Myers was leading.
They were cheering, and because whoever I was staying with, my parents were there. I was staying with somebody. I think my grandma, like my dad's grandma or my dad's mom. So my grandma on my dad's side, and they were cheering for Jason Myers, and like Tyler Walker like pulled off and could have pulled all the way off but didn't, and whatever. And then she was all like mad about it. So that's what I remember. That's how I remember it. But anyways, what about that?
Okay, so same year, I'm at Knoxville. I'm at the Nationals. It's me and my sister. We're sitting. It's just us, and then the guy that my mom was married to at the time was maybe 5 rows ahead of us. And I'm a diehard Tyler Walker fan. Like, I get his background, and it's not right what happened.
I love Tyler Walker.
But
Tyler Walker
to this
rips.
day, I will back him up. Like you could put that guy in a race car right now, and he will put it on. Like
he could still rip, 100%. No one will touch him though. That's the thing. He could still rip, but no one will touch him.
Oh, it's insane. So, I bought one of those 24T. Was it MMI or something like that, Weston?
It was a green 24
It
car.
was
They
a
were going
green
to try
24.
and run.
Yeah,
They were going
I
to
don't
try and
remember
run the Outlaws the next year.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was a
remember
West Coast car.
Yeah, I don't remember the sponsor exactly, but I bought one of those shirts, and I'm like, and he made the show Saturday, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear my Tyler Walker shirt to the national, like Saturday of the Nationals. So remind you, it's me and my sister. We're like, I think I was like 16-ish, so Delany's like 14. So I don't care who's leading. Like, I'm watching Tyler, and Tyler's running mid to back of the pack. So yeah, next thing you know, like, pretty sure it's like big puff of smoke, like probably just popped the motor. So yeah, here he comes, rolling through 3 and 4. Everybody knows that the exit to the track's right there at turn 4, rolls right past it and stops right on the front stretch. And everybody lost their mind in the grandstands. They're screaming like, that stupid mother effer, yada, yada, yada. He should never be in a sprint car again. Get that druggie out of here.
Oh,
and
man.
Here's me, no parent around to like protect me. some guys like kick that fucking kid's ass. Like he supports Tyler. I'm like, whoa, dude, like, like I might have not even been 16. Like, and this kid, like this grown adult is like trying to like get at me because I had a Tyler Walker shirt on.
That's awesome.
My stepdad at the time turned around and was like, if there's a problem, like meet me at the bottom of the grant, like we'll solve it. Like, he's like, get that shirt off that kid's back, yada, yada. And I'm like, I'm going to die.
Oh, shit. I'm going to die.
So
that's
finally
awesome.
stuff settled down. And we know that Jason Myers did not win the Nationals that year. I'm pretty sure it was Donnie that
I was
won.
about to say, who won it? Donnie.
Donnie. But yeah, so I actually know the guy that is actually he's from here, who's pretty close with Tyler, and he talked to Tyler after the race, and he was like, man, what happened? And he's like, I don't give a shit who was leading, what the situation was up front. Something happened to my car. I wanted to go to the work area to make sure it was fixable before I just pulled up. And
yeah,
and that's the driver instinct. Like, you don't want to just throw in the towel. Like, so I mean, yeah, it sucks because of the outcome of the entire, like that changed the whole dynamic of the finish. But at sitting in Tyler's shoes, you would
have done the same thing.
So
yeah. I
I just
completely
don't
agree
think
with that. I completely agree with that. Like, I
I just don't think it helped who it was.
I mean,
So
it just doesn't help who was in second at the time. Is basically what it is.
pretty much, yeah.
If Jason Myers would have went and won that race, it wouldn't have mattered. That's the thing. It just wouldn't have mattered because everyone would have been so happy it wasn't Donnie. But since Donnie won that race, that's when it became an issue.
Well, Donnie really hadn't established dominance at Knoxville. Like, he only had won 2 in a row.
But still, I mean, like, that's still 2 in a row. Everyone wants to see someone else win. That's the thing. Once you win 2 in a row, you know, I mean, you start like, even like, so Gravel went and won it, and then everyone, like, no one wanted to see Gravel win it again the next year. Nobody.
No.
I mean, everyone wants a different winner every year, which it never happens, but still.
So what's funny is after 2009 was 2010, and Myers went in as a crowd favorite again, and he wheeled one of my other favorite wing car drivers in the heat race, Kerry Matson, and accidentally missed going to the scales after the heat race.
Did he really?
Yeah. Kerry was pitted like right across from the scales, and Kerry was standing there waiting for him.
Accidentally missed going to the scales.
So pulled a little chicken shit move and went right back to his pit stall, disqualified from the heat race, started like dead last in the C or something like that on his prelim night. And I don't think he made the feature on prelim.
That was the year Sammy blew a left rear.
And that was the 50th.
That was the 50th. So that's the year Sammy blew a left rear after like just dominating the feature. And then
Donnie blew up.
Donnie was blowing up, and then Schaefer drove by him.
Donnie blew up, warming the tires up, going down the backstretch.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, didn't you see it happen?
I seen it and I heard it, because like what was weird is like everybody knows like wing guys kind of like warm up in the corners because they kind of pitch the car sideways a little bit, but he was rolling like halfway down the backstretch and just stood on it. And next thing goes, what? And then just like a loud kind of like, not a loud, but a faint kind of pop. And then you just see like a white puff come out of the header. And I'm like, he just dropped a cylinder.
Oh no.
and what's crazy is he pulled away from Schaefer on the restart. There was like 5 to go or something like that. And then Schaefer just, I mean, running on 6-7 cylinders while he was on, but you're able to
Schaefer caught him with like 2 or 3 to go or something like that. Like,
yeah,
just drove around him.
Yeah, I think there was literally like maybe 5 laps left, maybe a little bit more, but
that's crazy. I remember you telling me this, that you saw him like drop the cylinder. Like, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, because that was one of the few years that I sat on the backstretch for Saturday.
I used to always sit on the backstretch for Saturday.
I mean, I love sitting back there, but I kind of prefer sitting on the front stretch for Saturday, just for victory lanes. Like,
I get it, yeah.
Watching them do the wing dance and the confetti and how amped the whole team and stuff like that, just, oh my gosh, that
100% just sets you up for the best last night of the the trip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It,
100%.
it gives
I
me
get it.
goosebumps every time. So
Oh God, Knoxville. I miss it already.
Oh, we're going back. Just wait.
We
Little
need to.
spoiler alert. Hold on, little spoiler alert. Keep watching for those videos around Knoxville. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we'll
Follow
we'll have to
TikTok.
document. We'll have to document us playing cornhole again with Troy Boy.
Oh, absolutely.
God.
And
That was probably one of the funnest parts of the trip. We were if you've ever been to Knoxville, there's this Casey's and
the famous Casey's.
the famous Casey's, and my dad like is buddies with the guy of the Knoxville clay shooting club. I don't know what he is, but they do the parking there at like that little insurance building. So we always go there every year, and we always park there. So like we'll like park up like next to the like right next to the to the fence, and like there's just like little grassy area. So this year my dad brought his cornhole boards. So I don't remember what day when we play golf. Was that Wednesday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
We
So
played Thursday because a good buddy of Riley Goodnow was like, "Oh, I can't play
this is
Wednesday
Thursday."
because that's when I qualify." And then
Yeah,
the little
Riley.
chicken shit backed out on like Monday of nationals.
Yeah. Chicken
Well, I
shit.
can't play at all now.
Yeah, but that's
Anyway.
because his girlfriend was there. But regardless,
anyway, so it was me, Dev, Hunter, my dad, and my stepmom Christy, and we spent like 2 or 3 hours,
Yeah.
like the last like 2 or 3 nights,
Yeah.
just cornholing it.
oh, it was so much fun. It was
Oh, it was a good time.
so much fun. Yeah, if we're pretty established by then, I might do some vlogging or something there. You guys can,
Oh man.
not like the typical vlogging, but like I'll throw up some like a highlight video after Knoxville or something. Like, oh, also sneak preview
So the
Knoxville golf tournament.
Knoxville golf tournament, yeah, we'll
Sneak
have to do that
preview
again.
for
But,
that.
yeah,
Just keep a watch out for that one.
I'm planning on getting a microphone and just running around Dingus and just interviewing people. So if
Absolutely.
you're someone that goes to Dingus during Knoxville Nationals, I will probably be in there. And yes, I'll be in there all week this week before someone starts flaming me. Yes, I'll be in there all week this week. Yes,
Write it
because
down.
I was only in there.
Write it down.
I was only in there Friday and Saturday, and I was getting flamed for it.
Well, we're going every day this year, so.
I'm not, dude. You and
Going
this.
every day.
Well,
That's a lot.
I gotta be Weston's cameraman, so.
I'll stand
I
outside.
need a
the
designated
tent.
driver.
Yeah. Oh, that
I was gonna
sucked
say, I need
driving
a
you
DD,
back to
Devin.
driving you back to Pella that night. That sucked, by the way.
Huh?
Driving you to your hotel that night sucked.
Oh, I forgot you brought me back
Dude.
that Friday.
Dude, I started.
Do you still have that? Do you still have that sign?
Yeah. Yeah, I
What?
do. I still have that sign. It's in my garage.
What was it that we stole?
It was like give blood or something. It was like a blood drive.
no. It was the pancake. It was the pancake breakfast sign. And we stole it was the Friday night, and we stole the Saturday morning pancake breakfast sign.
Oh my
Yeah, we were a little drunk. We were a little drunk. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was drunk. You were fine.
I was a little tipsy, but I had to sober up to take your ass home.
Thank you.
Because you kept taking my drinks. You were like, you got to take me back to the room. Like, you have to. No one else is gonna do it now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, Devin was hammered.
Yeah.
I didn't even drink.
That's a lie. You did on Friday.
No, I didn't.
That's a lie.
I swear to God.
See, he lied to you.
I
He
did
just
not.
didn't want to do it. I'm just kidding.
No, I
I'm
told
just
you I was too tired.
Yeah.
I was already back at the place I was staying at when you were like,
Okay.
hey.
Okay. Yeah. That's right.
All I remember is it was like 4 a.m. when I like started back towards Knoxville, and I was dozing off so bad. I was driving. It was like a 60-mile-an-hour zone, and I was driving like 20, trying to like figure it out. Like I was fully sober by the time we got to the room, so driving back wasn't bad. It was just the fact that it was so damn dark going that way, and it was
Dude,
it
it is really dark because you go
dark.
across that bridge over that lake, and it's just
pitch black.
That's
Yeah.
Lake Red Rock.
Dude, it is a tough drive.
well, Lake Red Rock is dark.
Dude, it is a tough
So
drive
then-
back.
Well, then Saturday, Devin took me back, and then we were like, dude, we're hungry. Is there a Taco Bell open? So we drove all
Wasn't
the
it
like
closed?
everything was closed in Pella on a Saturday night.
That's tough.
Pella's the worst town ever.
That's tough, dude.
Dude, a Casey's Pizza or like a Doritos Locos Taco sounded so good. I was good and tuned up at this
Dude,
point.
everything sounds good when you're drunk.
Hey, do you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
hear a fun Pella fact?
Sure.
So if you live in the town of Pella, you cannot mow your yard on Sundays. And I'm pretty sure it's illegal to also have your garage door open on Sundays.
Why?
It's just a Dutch town, and that's one of their things. Like, you cannot mow your yard on Sundays.
Because it's like
For
work,
sure.
or is it supposed to be like a rest day or something? Or
I think it's just like I don't know.
okay. Well,
You're supposed to drink beer and watch football and racing on Sunday like a man.
like a man,
Like a man.
dude.
Okay. So we really went off the rails there.
Yeah,
talking
we
about
did.
Knoxville sports.
Dude,
So-
Knoxville's gonna be crazy this year.
Knoxville is going to be a good time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
always a good time.
Oh, it's gonna be
So
great.
to get back to kind of like Bubba and USAC, did any of you guys watch night number 3?
No,
No.
can't say that I did.
Oh my gosh.
I was,
Really?
dude. I was celebrating Cam's
Mm-mm.
birthday. I was celebrating Cam's birthday.
So then you guys both of you guys didn't see what happened.
What happened? You talking about Robert Ballou's
No.
deal?
Yeah, did you see it?
I
did-
saw
okay,
a
yeah,
little
yeah, I
bit
saw
of
that.
it, like on Twitter and
Okay.
stuff, but that was
So
it.
Blue kind of drifts up coming out of 4 and clip Jake Sponson's front end. Jake, I don't know if they broke like a steering arm or something, pulls in the infield, jumps out of the car like, oh, like I'm going to do something big and bad, is carrying a steering wheel. And I'm like, oh, baby, let's go. Like, he's going to throw it at Robert Ballou. And he like runs up and he's like, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, if you're going to
Just
if
do
you're
it. If you're gonna
Yeah,
do
just
it, do
like,
it.
You've already
Well,
committed this far. Like, you might as
that
well
depends.
just.
He says, "Sounk."
What was the steering wheel? Could you see? Was it an MPI or was it like one of those like crappy Joe's
I mean, it was a black one. I would assume it's probably just like a Butler aluminum one.
Well, then why did he huck that thing? Those
That's
things
what I'm
aren't
saying.
expensive.
If it's an MPI, that's different. Then things are expensive.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
already committed that far. You better just let that damn thing
You're
go.
already like basically in the middle of the
You're-
straightaway with the track official.
You already took the steps to get over there.
Exactly.
Let
That's
the
what
thing go.
Oh, dude, I would have won. I mean, like, nobody, like, you never win that battle when you chuck a steering wheel.
No, but
like,
you're sure as shit gonna
as a
sell some T-shirts.
As a spectator, dude, like, that's the funniest. And like,
You're gonna sell some T-shirts that night. I promise.
I mean, I would have bought a Robert Ballou shirt instead. But
I would have bought a Robert Blue shirt based on what he did. Was it Friday?
What, when he
Or
junked the
was it-
car?
He junked the car and then went and got the backup.
Got the backup down.
oh, did you see that video of him running through the infield?
Yeah.
Looks like Cole going to Sonic.
It did, dude. Oh my
They are
God.
related.
Yeah.
Well.
But now, yeah.
Anyway,
anyways,
Anyway.
off the rails once again. Sorry, it's just we're having a good time tonight. We're having a great time.
what time is it, Hunter?
It's 7:04. I got a couple more minutes, so we can.
Okay.
Everyone finish
Okay.
up what they got to say, and then I got big men's league game tonight, guys.
Big
Big old
men's
men's
league.
league game.
We're skipping Supercross.
Oh, we did.
Supercross,
Yeah.
Chase Sexton ate the dirt. Jason Anderson wins again. Jet Lawrence wins 250. And I
Wow.
forgot that it was not on the West Coast, so I came in and literally got to watch like the final like
Where were they
15
at?
seconds of. They were in Minneapolis,
Minneapolis.
Oh,
So,
and
yeah.
they are in Arlington this weekend, and I'm missing it.
how, dude? I'm
I'm going to
surprised-
New York.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you would be
I'm-
going.
I would, yeah, I'd be there.
Yeah, you'd
I,
be
would- I would,
there.
I would have live footage, but alas, I will be in the Big Apple.
But no,
Yeah.
so did you watch it? Like, you only watched the last bit?
So I saw the last bit, and I saw Sexton and Tomac get into each other, and then I saw Sexton like just legit, just like the front wheel like grabbed and it threw him.
So I was kind of making the joke that he was thinking of, because this was coming to the checkers.
Yeah.
Like he took the white and he's cruising like 4-second lead or something like that. And I made the joke like he's thinking of what podium girl he's gonna smash that night.
Just say he smashed the dirt in his head.
Smash the dirt instead.
Dude, he laid there for like.
Well, it knocked the visor of his helmet off.
Yeah,
so
but
it was
those are
obviously a good hit.
Those are
I know
like
those are like.
mechanic-
I know, but
They
still,
just-
like.
But yeah, no, like it. I think I don't know. And then did you see the boy, our boy Malcolm, running third? Man,
Another heat win.
he won. Yeah, he won.
Yeah,
his heat.
I looked on. I saw
He
his
won-
Instagram. He said he felt good, but I don't know. He said he just started kind of falling off at the end. But like I said, I don't know why. It was the first podcast, I think.
From first pod, I said he falls off at the end. Like he is not like I don't think he's in motocross like form. Like he.
I think he is. He'll get something going. I mean, he's running up front more consistently than he did. So
Yeah, and then he
time will tell.
he biffed it at the end. So
He done biffed it. But
I have that.
anywho, so what do we got this weekend, boys? We got the Outlaws.
Outlaws at the Rev. At the Rev.
Outlaws at the Rev. Supercross in Arlington. Supercross is the Triple Crown race this week. So
ooh.
I'll try and watch that. I gotta say, I might be very scarce on watch this weekend. My brother's got 7 games in 7 days this weekend. He plays Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
I will also be very scarce because I'll be in New York City.
Well, right, but hey, you want to hear
Deb,
crazy?
Deb,
I'll put the
Deb, put the
podcast on my back and
Do it. You got
put
to.
the pod on your back.
Hold on, I just gotta say this. Listen to this crazy ass schedule for my brother. Today he was in Austin playing. Tomorrow and Wednesday he's in College Station, and then Thursday back to Austin. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Oklahoma City. Crazy, right?
So that sounds like the NASCAR schedule. Let's start at the LA Coliseum, drive all the way to Daytona,
Then drive
drive
all the way back. Yeah.
Literally all the way back to LA.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like,
at least it's an actual racetrack and not a football stadium.
yeah, shit. Yeah, suck it, USC. Roll those eyes, Weston, you Cowboys fan, you coward.
Hey, speaking of like
My
hockey
coach didn't leave
stuff-
me.
We
speaking
don't
of
want that
hockey
rat
stuff,
anyways.
Did you guys catch anything on the last OSU hockey game?
Oh,
Yes, I saw the fight.
Dude.
Yeah, hey, so one of my best friends coaches that team, Taylor. One of my best friends coaches.
Wait, he
that team.
coaches? I thought he played.
He was playing. He's coached now because they brought a bunch of D men, and he's a D man. He brought a bunch of D men in. He kind of not really lost his spot. He just kind of gave it up and was like, "I'd be better off as a coach," which he's 5-2 or something as a coach. So I think he's better off as coach. No
They're
no
actually
offense,
not that
Taylor.
bad.
No, and I really am thinking about going and playing for him next year. It would be kind of
it.
fun. I might. I haven't decided yet. I have not decided yet. But yeah, big brawl. If he
So
has some,
bench-
bench clearing brawl.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
I,
see that. So you legally need to go play for him because you're the enforcer, Hunter.
Not the enforcer. No, not the enforcer.
Hunter's the one that's laying the hits.
No, I'm
Yeah.
the one that's gonna be scoring goals.
What? Okay, so
I
what? So they're not like D1. Like what league?
No,
are
they're
they?
D2.
Okay, because I was telling somebody, I'm like, they're not D1. Like I said D3 because I don't know
Yeah,
college
D2. There's
ranking.
so there's ACHA, D1, D2, and D3, and there's NCAA D3 and D1. There's no D2 in NCAA.
So they will never make the Frozen Four.
No, you can for D2, but it's not like a big deal.
Well, then,
Unreal.
So I mean,
so you'll never play Boston College.
no, that's NCAA, bro. Like this is ACHA.
You'll never play Michigan,
No, that's that's NCAA. This is This is club hockey, man. Like
so you won't play Boston.
It's
so you won't
intramural.
play-
it.
Yeah,
It's basically a step up from intramural. Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, my men's league team about to go play with could probably beat OSU. And
Probably
that's
it's about
and
to
that's
run.
and that's on Bobby alone.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Hey, your brother's on that team too.
No, not
Anywho.
not the Ice Hawks.
Oh, what?
My
I
brother
thought-
plays for the Ice Hawks, not OSU.
No, I was talking about your men's league team.
Oh yeah, my brother does play on that, but only in the summers. when he's
so-
out-
What's
when
the
he's out of
men's
season.
league team? When can I suit up?
You can't suit up, dude.
I want to suit up for the men's league team. Why?
Maybe one of these days we'll let you, but not right now.
I want to.
We're on a
I want to
heater.
drop some hits, huh?
We're on a heater right now. You can't suit up. You'd ruin the mojo of the team.
I wouldn't ruin the mojo of the team. I would bring comedic relief by not knowing how to skate and just like running into the walls and maybe
Yeah.
running into the wrong team.
Yeah, so basically you're just a liability out there. That's fantastic, Weston.
That wouldn't be the first time someone's told me that.
Okay, boys. I got Cam
I
trying to call
think
me
we
and
should end
stuff.
on that note.
Yeah. I got Cam trying to call me and stuff, asking what time I'm gonna be there and stuff. So, boys, it was fun, this podcast. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about, but we got to talk about some personal stuff, so tell some stories. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. But we're looking forward to the races this weekend and stuff. So, Weston, hope you enjoy your trip to the Big Apple. Can't wait to see you next weekend, next week, I should say, whenever we record again.
Don't get lost like Kevin did.
Yeah,
Nah, I want a pizza in the back of a limo.
there you go. But yeah, Debbie, you keep doing your Amazon deal. Keep being that driver of the month.
Hey,
Let's go for the repeat.
Yeah, repeat.
I don't know if anybody's ever done it. Like, I don't know.
Well, guess what? We're gonna go back to back.
I hope, man.
Yeah, hopefully we
Back
can.
to back like Jordan 96, 97.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can score us an interview with one of our good buddies coming up this week. So that'd be pretty cool if we can. So, all right, boys. Well, I'm gonna sign out. Head off to the men's league game. Weston, say goodbye. Dev, you're after him.
Bye.
Yeah, boys.
All right, have a good one, fellas.